Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I was on a bit of a hiatus. Took a week off to do some vacationy things down in Mexico. So that's where I was, but I'm back now, ready for another reading. So we are looking at today, who is obsessed with you? I don't mean like slightly like, ooh, intrigued. No, I mean who is absolutely like gobsmacked, obsessed with you. That is what we're going to be finding out today. We've got two piles here. Now, I thought it'd be kind of fun if I flipped, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the tarot card we have at the top, and we're going to take a peek at that and see which one you are drawn to the most. And then from there, you can select that, and we'll jump into your reading on who is absolutely obsessed with you. So give me just 1 second. Actually, no, don't give me a second. We're going to do this as a collective, as we always do. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths, okay? So we're going to go in, out. Let's do two more for fun. In, out, and once more. In, out. And I'm going to also suggest something I find helps me. I want you to take a moment to close your eyes, take another deep breath. You like wait till I finish, and then you can do all of this. Take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and then I want you to connect. Try your best to connect to that source within you. So I find my light to be right in the back of my like chest cavity. I don't know where it is for you. It could be in your stomach, it could be in your feet, but find out where you find your light. It could be right what's it called? I don't know, right under your sternum for some of you. But find where you find your light, and let's take a moment to deeply connect to that, because I think that'll find the message you need to hear. And I think that's always the most important thing, is to find the message that will help elevate you, help you grow. I love when it aligns to what you want to hear and the things you crave. But I always want to keep in mind that sometimes spirit has higher missions for us, or higher things that we can't even possibly fathom, with our little human brains and our human minds. So finding the message that best is for you, that'll put you on the best path for continuous growth and evolution, is the best. So go ahead and take a moment to do that. Okay, I'm gonna not like keep it going. So if you need more time, pause. But I'm gonna go ahead and flip over the cards now. So for pile one, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, dedication to the craft. And we've got the Empress, divine feminine, beautiful card. They're both beautiful cards, but I'm partial to the Empress. Not trying to dissuade you. I don't know what the message is, but persuade you. But that's just one of my favorite personal cards. Okay, once you have selected, I will meet you on the other side. Okay, pile one, if you are drawn to this Eight of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. Once again, I want to reiterate, there are so many messages that may come through. If at any moment it feels overwhelming, too much, like it's not for you, go ahead and just take a beat, step away. Maybe there's another creator who has a message for you today, or maybe it's time to just, take a break and kind of focus on your internal compass. Either way, I'm happy you're here. I hope this resonates with you, and it's just something to take in mind. Okay, so what we're going to do here today is we are going to take a look at this oracle kind of collection I've pre-pulled, and then we're going to go into some tarot to get some more information. So we are looking at who is absolutely obsessed with you, and let's go ahead and take a look. So we've got to start with here. I'm just going to go ahead and start here with this Eight of Pentacles. We've got Clover. We've got Church. We've got Heart and Key. It is safe for you to love. And we've got Secrets, keeping something secret. We've got Dilettante. Please forgive me. Light attributes, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. And then lastly, we've got Lady of the Lake, new beginnings. Something is about to happen. Okay, so let me just go ahead. Where do I want to put this? Let's shut this down. And up. Sorry, just want to make sure we can see everything as clearly as possible. Okay, awesome. So let's jump in here. So I'm getting right off the bat, this could be somebody you know from a religious institution, church, temple, somebody you see in passing. For some of you, this is also somebody who you can have really in-depth conversations with. This is somebody you've talked about deeper things, higher things, spiritual things. Um, Between church and dilettante, yeah, but we're just going to continue on. Between these two, I'm seeing somebody who is very open minded in terms of their belief, their structures. They may be a little bit more bohemian, a little bit more fluid in how they live their life. They might prioritize joy over money, for example. They may be a person who doesn't feel the need to have like a consistent kind of stereotypical career. um, this could be somebody here. I'm getting this is a very specific message for somebody who builds their own furniture, somebody who does something with their hands, but not in a traditional kind of. It's I'm getting almost the crevice of building or like construction, but also there's an artistic element to it. So this could be somebody who does interior design, an architect, so something of that sort. They could, that could be their career, or they could be a person who is kind of a jack of all trades and kind of free flowing. I do think this person, from what I'm getting, is there's a romantic interest in you. With this Eight of Pentacles here, I'm seeing not only dedication to their work. I think they're very passionate about, what they create in creation. I think they're very passionate about that. I also think they're very passionate about you. And this, with secrets here, this may be something. I'm getting two things, and we'll get more with the tarot. But this could be either a connection that doesn't feel safe to pursue, like maybe they're in a relationship, you're in a relationship, or, for some reason, this attraction has to be kind of kept hidden. For others of you, even though I'm getting that feels, it could change, but that feels like a more minor energy than the other, which is this could be someone who hasn't confessed, or someone you would be surprised to know they feel this way about you because they haven't come forward, but they are absolutely obsessed with you. um I'm getting, I just really enjoy your presence, I enjoy your energy, I just want to be around you. I'm not getting a person who's thinking. That's not true. I actually am getting a person who sees um a future with you, but for some of you that is a lot more traditional. For some of you that is like free flowing, right? It is more what they believe a future to be, because for some of you, their brains are they don't really connect with earthly kind of principles and values, and sometimes. So for some of you, this may not be stereotypical marriage. For you, this may be marriage that looks differently, and for some of you, this is a very classic traditional marriage with 2.5 kids. Oh, I'm sorry, whatever their hiccup. I'll take that as confirmation. Whatever their dreams or joy of the future and what they believe the future to be like, they do see that with you, and they do really enjoy that. Let's see if there's anything else here. I think it's easy between the two of you. I think when you have conversations, I think it flows very well. I think you're very aligned in terms of your beliefs. This may be a person, I'm hearing if only. So this could be a person if the circumstances were different, or you may not believe they're interested in you in this way. So you've already kind of maybe tapped yourself out or counted yourself out of this experience, because I keep hearing if only this, if only this, if only this. So this could be somebody who you believe looks good on paper as well. Like this could be somebody you're like, oh God, I adore them, like they're perfect, if only. So I'm getting a lot of that energy as well for some of you, so that could be something to take into consideration. All right, let's see here. Let's get some more information with tarot. I'm getting a very genuine person. I'm getting very kind energy so far. So far, it seems like they are really just, I don't know. I feel they're very chill. Like I don't feel a lot of pressure. I feel like they're just really enjoy. They're the type of person who really enjoys life and enjoys the pleasures of life. Okay, let's get into some tarot. Okay, just do a mild bit of shuffling. Apologies, y'all. I should have shuffled off camera, but I forgot. So here we are. You're shuffling with me. Okay. What's more with feeling? Okay. Spirit for my pile one, please. Who is absolutely obsessed with them? Ooh, got the Lovers in reverse. Here's that blockage again. I wonder what it is. There's something keeping one or both of you held back. Okay, let's see. Five of Wands, conflict. Yeah, I'm getting third party energy for some of you. For others of you, this is your own insecurity. You're feeling like you can't compete. Maybe this person is also like really physically attractive to you. Okay, we got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. We got the Page of Swords. Yes, there's a lot of, what do I want to say? This is a lot of, see if I can zoom out just a little bit. Okay, that's perfect. This seems like a lot of stagnancy. Actually, I don't want to say that. I want to say hesitancy. Ideas not coming off the ground, right? I don't know. I can't clearly tell yet from whose perspective this is. Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing false boundaries. So, like boundaries you've set, but not for your own protection, but out of fear. I think Spirit is leaning towards this being, a self-limitation, but I'm going to keep getting in. Let's see. Thank you. Queen of Wands. I think they're the star of the show. I think they have a lot of confidence. I think the way they move throughout the world is very appealing to you. And I think it almost scares you a little bit. So if you're the kind of person, you may be more structured. You may be more, I don't want to say logic driven, but kind of maybe go by the rules, very, kind of bound to to regulations and rules and beliefs. And this Hi guys, apologies. I am the silliest goose and once again grabbed the wrong microphone for recording. So the sound went out for the last 20 minutes or so of pile one. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of voiceover action, a little bit of narration as I pull. If you know me, or you're also still getting to know me, I don't like to reread. I feel like, the messages come through the way they're meant to come through, and I just want to deliver them to the best of my ability. So pardon me if this is a little bit awkward, but I will be sure to get your messages as they come through. So I think right here, we were looking at my last message was speaking about if you're a person who's more structured or more traditional in your values and your upbringing, this person could be equally intimidating and attractive to you due to their free nature, right? Due to their ability to just go with the flow, to kind of just, let life unveil and reveal itself versus somebody who's kind of been told this is the way it's meant to be, whether that be from familial sources or religious sources. It may be kind of intriguing and very scary for somebody to be this free flowing with this Five of Pentacles in reverse. Now I think this is quite telling energy and quite revealing energy for your person, because I don't believe this is somebody who just woke up one day and decided to have a spiritual awakening or decided to embrace joy or to be more free, to be more open-minded. I don't believe this is how this has just happened. I think this was in direct response to some circumstances they may have experienced in their life, whether that be more childhood trauma or a family that didn't appreciate them, or poverty or systemic oppression, things that are just out of their control. And I think instead of shutting down and becoming jaded or, refusing to stay open and aware, they have chosen the opposite path to kind of relinquish control. They've experienced so many things outside of it that they were just like, you know what, let's go ahead and just chill with this. Let's embrace this. Let's kind of let me go with the ebbs and flows of life because it's out of my control anyway. It's kind of given them this sense of being present and more aware. And it's a really it kind of sparked this transition into this beautiful person they are kind of I don't want to say becoming. I think they're, in they're in the space, so it's kind of representative of this journey that they have previously been on. I think I mentioned that it doesn't feel like they're actively doing work. I think they have done work, and I think in this moment, with this next card, I'm not going to spoil it. Oh, there it is. And I think in this next moment, you can see that they have done the work to become more of this chill, kind of just hanging out. The hangman can kind of represent stagnancy or stillness or indecision. And I think particularly here with the way it's done in this deck, I think it's a couple of things. I think there's a little bit of inaction and stillness in this connection. Whatever the reasons may be to support that. But I do believe that this person is not stagnant in their life. I think they're willfully, and they choose to be patient and to be kind of at ease. So they hang there not because they don't know what to do, but because they like the view, right? They like to see how life can unfold around them. I think also, if I recall correctly, which I believe I do, this little thing they're sitting on feels like a hammock. So this person could be somebody who likes traveling. They could be somebody who likes camping. They could love nature, love the water, love to just be out. And with this, I always love these little sparks here. They remind me of spirit when I see them in these cards. Like they're my clear direction. They keep an eye on spirit. They keep an eye on the universe. They keep an eye on this partnership between them and spirit without it letting them consume them. I don't think they're a person that is like has given all of their power to spirit. I think it's the exact opposite, actually. I think they have kept a lot of their power, and I think they channel it through this connection, but I think they very much embrace their free will. But I think they do it with a knowingness, with an awareness of kind of things beyond them. This may be a person who identifies as maybe agnostic, like an awareness of something around them, but they don't put all of their eggs into that, and they don't operate based upon that. They operate based upon what they're feeling and what they would like to do, and not in a selfish way, but in a way of, I just gotta flow. This Page of Pentacles here, I think particularly I was getting a person who likes opportunity, right? I think they see an opportunity for you, and that'll be kind of more no, I want to keep going there. They see an opportunity with you. They see potential with you, the beautiful seeds of it, but they also like the potential of just being able to kind of see the opportunity wherever it may be. So this may be a person who's nomadic. They may like to travel quite a lot. They may like to work seasonal jobs. They may like to, it's just somebody who's able and comfortable just kind of picking up and going and moving to where opportunities are as they see fit. And I could see this being kind of a reason why your connection may be in standstill. I'm sensing some pretty drastic differences between the two of you. And there's a couple of things there. That could be, it's hard to go from structured and this kind of beautiful plan of life into somebody who has no plan. Like, I get that that's overwhelming and that can be intimidating. But I also believe this person, I think I mentioned this earlier. If I didn't, I'm going to mention it again. This person wouldn't plant roots and not tend to them. So I think this could be a person who is hesitant to get into a deeper connection with you, even though they see that potential and that possibility. Sorry, because they wouldn't want to hiccup. Oh my God, I hiccuped again. Oh, that's what I take as confirmation. This person, even though they see potential and possibility with you, they may be scared to dive into it because they don't know what they can give at this time, because they're so free and so willing and ready to kind of move and go with the flow and kind of just, they don't have ties. So they're worried what this introduction of ties would do to their life, because they're very happy where they are. And if there isn't pursuance, or if there isn't, that connection, it really is because they just fear that they're not in a stage where they're ready to give you what you deserve or what, you expect out of a partner when they're in the state of kind of just, going with it. So we'll pause here for shuffling. Okay, let's see what we're about to come out with. I do believe the next part of the reading is on this current timeline here, what is going to be going down. And I did do this disclaimer because it's very important to me that timelines shift so frequently because we're human beings having a human experience, and we have free will and the choice to do as needed. So it could be a matter of, this could be the current timeline. They could change their mind, things could shift. So just always keep that in mind in terms of when you're reading. So let's let these cards unfold, and I'll take them in. It's so funny because I remember things so clearly, and then some things I'm like, I don't know where we're going here. So let's watch and wait. Let's see. But we've got the Six of Swords reversed and the Ten of Wands. Okay. So with this Ace of Cups here, they want to offer you opportunity. They do like you quite a bit and want to offer you something of romantic interest as well. But I think it's bigger than that. I feel like they want you to see the world, and they want you, not in a manipulative way, they want you to see the possibilities within the world of what it can be if you let yourself experience it. So there may be there's tradition here, there's a belief that you're growing out of but haven't been willing to really let go here. There's a lot of weight you're carrying from things that don't belong to you and people that don't belong to you. So like I mentioned earlier, this could be institutions, this could be family, this could be, quite literally anything that you feel bound to and that you are operating within the rules and regime of. And they want you to know that there's so much world outside of that, and there's so much potential and beauty, and there is they see the potential in you to experience that. So like when they're talking to you, they could see how you light up at specific things or particular things. They could see that there's an expansion waiting to come out if you would just let go of the ties that bind. And I think that's what I was emphasizing on that card there. If you want to take it back a little bit, that there's strings here connecting her and these birds, these ties that are very intricate and very woven into your identity and who you are. And the very ties that have built you are the same ties that are confining you. And they really are interested in helping you explore past that and beyond that. Yep. Okay. So with the Six of Cups in reverse, these are deeply rooted traditions. It felt, when I saw the Six of Wands in reverse, it felt generational. It felt traditional. It felt almost like, and not just, honestly, this isn't just an external struggle. I don't believe this is fully just reputation centered or what would happen if I leave or chose a new route. I believe there are ties that, like, you are connected to your community. And I think, through deep tradition and through strong family history is what I'm getting. And I feel like a part of you would feel a little lost if you left, or if you completely detached yourself from this. So I think there's a little bit of, I know there are parts of this I don't enjoy, but there are parts of this that are really important to me. And I honestly don't know who I would be without those intrinsic and very intense ties. So I think that's a part of it here with the Six of Cups is in reversed, is you look back on memories and fondness of the same thing. It's two sides of a coin. This thing could not be good for you, and this thing could also be keeping you, this thing could not be good for you, and also something you carry with fondness and love. The two things can exist. This is an area of gray that's pretty difficult to break out of. And you watch the world here with this Two of Wands. You watch the world through a window. You can see opportunity, and you can see growth, and they want to help you reach that. This is not what comes next. Is this what comes next? Whatever. I can't remember if this is what comes next or your current timeline. I said the same thing twice. I can't remember if this is what comes next or why they are obsessed with you. I'll clear that up in a moment. But yeah, so the window, like you're looking out the window, and they can see you longing to go outside, and they can see you wanting to see the earth. I think in a minute I'm going to pick up this Two of Wands card, and so you can get a better look at this globe here, that there's so much expansion. And I'm going to talk a lot about this VW van again, which just feels representative of travel to me, of a new journey. Whenever I think about a road trip, whenever I think about van lifers, whenever I think about anything of that sort, I think about a VW van again. And I think that's so telling here, because I think they want to embark on this journey with you. I'm telling you, I think they want you to get in this van, like not in a creepy way. I keep saying that, like they want you to not ask questions about the risk. And depending on your demographic, getting in a van with a strange person and not considering the risk is just it's impossible. It's implausibility. It's not going down. It's not happening. But if you can shut your brain off, or if you can have a little faith in this journey and this person, they would like to slide the van door open and invite you onto this journey, because they know there's so much more beyond. There we go. I'm talking about the VW van again. They know there's so much more beyond for you. With this Ace of Cups here too, they also want to offer you what they believe you are not currently receiving. So in particular communities, I mentioned this in terms of like specifically, I know a lot of religious communities, I've experienced this. They carry these rules so heavily, and they follow these rules so intensely that they project them onto you. So there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of like who's not following what, who's not doing who, and it can create an environment that doesn't feel like it's full of love and grace, but feels more like it's full of judgment and ridicule. And they want to offer you genuine, heartfelt community, and for you not to be bound to people who, I don't want to say don't have your best interest at heart, but people who don't speak to you with love and kindness, or give you true, they don't do the things a community does. They don't give you true support and true connection. So I definitely think that's a part of what they're witnessing. I'm saying for some of you, this person could have been a part of an organization and left, and they're able to see things differently and want you to, and they just want to share with you, and they really enjoy talking to you about their findings and their discoveries. So that was in fact why they're obsessed with you. Sorry, I misspoke. So that was why they're obsessed with you. And then the last bit is going to be what is going down on the current timeline. So let's go ahead and get these cards going. I'm doing my timeline speech that I already did. So just hang tight, and we will get what is predicted on the current timeline. So we've got Temperance here. Let's see what else we come up with. Oh, there we go. That's what happened. You got a burst of cards. So we got, sorry, clear my throat. Temperance, the Sun, the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. And let's see, what else? The Devil. I remember reading this as, and it still rings true, as this particular timeline reading extends beyond this person. And I know I mentioned timeline shift and timelines change, and but there's something here with all of this major arcana that feels critical to your journey and feels like a natural piece of where you're meant to head. So I got a lot of energy about a very big transitional time for you, like this person being a catalyst. You are about to go on a hero's journey, and they are the inciting incident. But whether the rest of the story is with them or not feels irrelevant, because what's about to happen is you are going to face obstacles. You are going to go through the ups and downs of a hero's journey. If you don't know what a hero's journey is, this is a story archetype. Like, think about Harry Potter or Star Wars or the Odyssey, where a person goes from their mundane life and they go through these series of life-changing incidents that they come out the other side completely different. They've changed, they've evolved, they've matured, they've grown, they've become a different person in some way because they've gone through this. And I think that's where you are. It's not always going to be easy. In fact, there'll be times it is very hard. There's also a specific message here of having patience with yourself as you embark on this. You may want to be at step 7 when you're at step 2, and that may feel frustrating for you. But Spirit is reminding me to remind you to have patience and grace with yourself as you embark on this journey, because this is a very difficult thing you are about to do. And don't let that scare you, because the person you are going to be on the other side is going to thank you and is going to be so happy that you've gotten there. And so with the 7 of Pentacles, there's a lot of growth energy. There's a lot of time spent watering this new you. And I think this is done both internally and externally. And with the Devil, you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted to go back or to retreat into something safer and more comfortable. And Spirit is asking you to not do that, to stick with it, to stay with it, and to allow yourself to let this journey unfold in front of you, because you're approaching, with Temperance here, this brand new balance, this brand new awareness, this brand new kind of understanding of the world around you. And it will be quite beautiful to know this information. And I'm hearing this journey has to happen. And so the more resistance you approach it with, I think the harder it will be to embark on it. So embrace it, have grace and patience with yourself, and let it unfold kind of organically around you. So just ride the wave is what I'm getting. Ride the wave, or ride the bike up the hills and down the hills as they kind of approach you and as they come about, because each one is there to teach you a significant and important lesson about yourself and about the person you're growing into. Still don't dismiss my timeline reading, even though there are things here I feel are pretty static, which is interesting. But yeah, this particular feels like a critical and necessary part of your journey. So I am going to leave that there. Thank you so much for dealing with me and my microphone improvisation. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for me, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Empress as your tarot card, this is going to be your reading. I mentioned this in the intro, but just one more time, want to reiterate. I always ask Spirit to channel messages for you and for your highest good. Sometimes that may align beautifully with what we desire to hear and what we hope is the case, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes the messages are just not for you altogether. So I really ask you to take a moment, as always, to connect with Spirit, feel what is right for you, release what is not, and just understand that the process is not always the most fun thing you've ever heard. So if it's too much, if it's triggering, if it catches you off guard, it's okay to take a break and revisit later, or not revisit at all if this is not a message you crave. So just something to take into consideration, and let's get into it. So of course our first card is going to be the Empress. Okay, we've got creative. It pays to keep an open mind. We've got memories, thinking about past events. Okay. We've got God for your archetype card. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the external force within yourself and others. Hold on. Okay, perfect. We've got plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. We've got stallion and hummingbird. Okay. This is interesting because I'm getting some similar things to pile 1, but it's already a little bit different. So let me just take a second to Once again, I think this is somebody who's very nurturing, very caring with the Empress here. Also with God, somebody who just gives quite a bit. Somebody, I think, with memories here you've known for quite a while. You've built up some strong memories with them. They think about you a lot. I'm hearing they want what's best for you. It's a very kind person, but also not somebody who is dull. I'm getting somebody who's a very kind person, but they're very exciting. I'm getting here with the stallion. They may take a lot of risks, not unhealthy ones or not unsafe ones most times, but somebody who, likes to try to push the status quo and see where they'll end up. Let's see, anything else I can get? Somebody who is really beautifully in their feminine energy, even with the plunge next to the stallion. Somebody who is just always down to, like, they're down to try, right? Their motto could be like, don't knock it till you try it, or you can never say that I never gave it a shot, because I always do. And they may not like it afterwards, but they always reach out and give it the opportunity. They're very patient, very graceful in terms of both how they present themselves, but also in how they treat others. They give others a lot of grace and room to be themselves. I'm getting somebody who dresses very well, very, very nice. They present beautifully. Let's see, what else am I getting? Somebody who enjoys the pleasures of life. Somebody who lets others shine. They don't always have to be the center of attention. They're like they're like rooting for you energy. They're like, go, go. I'm getting, honestly, like, I'm getting best friend energy from this. I'm hearing, go bestie, go, do your thing. Like, I support you. Okay, I think that's all I'm getting from your oracle card. So let's go ahead and jump into tarot and see what we can get about this person. What more can we get? All right, Spirit. Can you tell me a bit about pile two's person that's obsessed with them? Who's pile? Ooh, the sun. Absolutely. This is somebody who, they're just a beam of light. They may go to a lot of music festivals. I'm seeing somebody in like cute festival fits, 10 of Cups. They're very fulfilled. This could be through their family life. I'm hearing they could have built. I'm getting chosen family. For some of you with this rainbow, I'm getting chosen family. They've built a community and are very content with themselves. I'm actually getting quite a bit of queer energy here too. So if that applies, or LGBTQ, however you like to say it. I identify as queer, so I like queer, but let's see. This is interesting. Because what a contrast of a card. And this came out for pile 1, 2 in reverse. Let's see if we can get some more information about that. Tell me more about pile two's person who's obsessed with them. Okay. Keep shuffling. Okay, one more please here. Okay, justice in reverse. Okay, this could be somebody who's presenting happier than they are. They could give the illusion of, so we got all this happiness and this joy, but then we've got a lot of Supporting cards, I will say, that feels like maybe that is a piece they present because, or something you want to believe about this person because they carry this lightness about them, but they could be going through some pretty intense internal struggles. Those struggles could be financial, they could be environmental. I'm getting they could feel pressure to be somewhere different than they are in life. Like they could be, approaching a different era and people have different expectations of where they should be, by that age, by this state, by this life stage, and they're not there and they can feel insecure about that. Can I get a clarifier for the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Clarifier for the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you. I'm getting here with this King of Cups in reverse. Because they are so kind and supportive and nurturing, they may attract a lot of people who take advantage of them. This could be a part of what that Five of Pentacles is, or this out of balance. They could be in a situation where they're, they don't feel loved or supported. Clarify for this Ten of Cups and Page of Wands in reverse, please. They could feel stuck on the how with this Two of Wands in reverse here. Like they want to be this illusion. They want to be this person who experiences true happiness, but they're not quite sure how to get there. They're feeling a little bit stuck. This could be like a transitional stage in their life where they're figuring out like what it means to be an adult. Like this could be, they could be going through that transitional period of, you know, and I don't think this is aligned with an age. I think it's more of a shift, right? Like they're trying to figure out how to embrace this joy. They're doing some, I actually don't think they're doing work. I think they're asking questions that they're not, and they're not quite finding answers yet. I'm hearing, why is what I'm doing not working? Okay, let's see here. Tell me a little bit more about pile two's person. Oh, the Queen of Cups also in reverse. Overgiving, absolutely. Yeah. So I wanted to say she. I don't presume to know the gender of the person in this spread, but I am getting a lot of feminine energy. So just to point that out. But I'm getting a lot of energy of overgiving and receiving nothing in return. Right? Like I think they desperately crave something more fulfilling, and they're only getting, little dirt pockets. And it's starting to bum them out. It's not starting to, it's bumming them out. Because they're like, and this is not just a projection. I do believe this is a part of them, but I think this is a part of them that they are concerned why it's not as consistent as it could be, right? Like this light shines so beautifully. Why isn't it shining like that all the time? Why is it only why do I have to be responsible for shining the light for everybody else and I'm getting pennies and pickles? I'm getting nothing. Okay. Let's see what else we can get from this person. Tell me more about pile two's person that's obsessed with them. Okay, we got the Two of Swords in reverse here. What if they made a decision about? Two of Swords in reverse, clarifier, please. Yeah, they're wanting to, I wouldn't be surprised if the Hermit shows his face. They want to introvert. They want to go internal because they feel there's a fundamental sense of distrust in people right now, in collaboration. There is almost a, what do you call it, resentment for their own qualities a little bit. Like they know who they are and they know they're kind, but they're getting frustrated with being so kind and so open and not feeling it being receptive. Okay, so that's a bit of an intense energy coming from this person obsessed with you. So let's get a little bit more information of why they're obsessed with you. So what traits, what are they experiencing with you that is giving them joy and they think about often. So let's just take a second, shuffle, and then we will get going. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of jaded energy, just like over it, right? Like even I stand when I do these. Like even I just want to sit down. Like I'm tired. I just want to sit down. I'm tired of it all. I'm over it. I think that's the kind of prevailing energy I'm getting here. Okay. All right. Why is pile two's person obsessed with him, please, Spirit? Ooh. Okay, the Nine of Wands in reverse. And then we've got the Tower in reverse. Let's see. Oh, that's off. Let's get this right here. Come down. Thank you. Not taking those. Thank you, though, Spirit. Why is Pile Two's person obsessed with him? Why is Pile Two's person obsessed with him, Spirit? Thank you. Four of Cups in reverse. Six of Wands. The Star. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because you do hard things, I'm getting. Because you are very emotionally in tuned and aware. And you take struggle and challenge on the chin. They really admire that about you. Like you're always able to dive into not always, you have experienced a difficult time where it was hard to, I'm getting a particular experience where it was hard to push forward and enter the unknown, and you did it anyway, and it was beautifully rewarding for you. You were victorious on the other side. So they really admire you overcoming a particularly challenging situation, and they really just think you're so magnificent for that. Like they see your strength and they can't imagine having it. If you're looking for romance here, I'm not really getting strong indicators of a romantic connection. I'm getting really just strong, genuine admiration. Let's see. Why is Pouch's person obsessed with him? Yes, because you set healthy boundaries. Because you've overcome some of the similar challenges they're facing. Whatever it is they desire, you have shown them the way of how to achieve it. So you have what it is they desire. And it wasn't easier for them. Like you've kind of laid out a path of what it's like to experience something difficult and to overcome it. Okay. Yeah. See. Okay. So here with this Queen of Cups in reverse again, familiar energy. So that's what I'm saying. So there's like you may be similar people in your personality and your character traits, but you do it in a way that where you've experienced it enough to where you got out of your situation and you turned it around. You turned this Queen of Cups upright. So you have gotten out of your circumstances and out of your situation, and that is so admirable to this person. Three of Swords. Yes, you've seen heartbreak. Okay. So this doesn't feel romantically leaning towards like for this particular connection, but I do feel like romance may be the subtext, right? Romance may be the kicker here. So you may have been in a situation or a bad relationship where it was unbalanced and it broke your heart and you didn't want to leave it, and maybe it left you. But either way, whatever the relationship was like or the situation, it could have been this could be job energy, this could be any kind of energy, but I'm getting for some of you it's relationship heavy. um and they watched you leave that person, or they watched that person leave you, and you built yourself up from scratch, and you were victorious in it, and you were strong, and even though it was difficult and it was hard, you were able to move forward to your next adventure, and you were victorious in that, whatever that feels to you. So for some of you, that means maybe you got a new partner, and this person is the person that's right for you. They treat you well, they do what they're supposed to do, they're kind, they're supportive, all of these good things. For others of you, you found that partner in yourself, and you were able to find your own strength and your own resilience, and you were able to commit to being a stronger, more solid person in your core and who you are. You have found self. Either way, whether that's ended in a connection with another person or not, you have found strength in self, and you have found self-love. Okay, let's see. Why is this pile two's person obsessed with him? Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups in reverse here and the Hanged Man. I need a clarifier for the Knight of Cups in reverse, please. Thank you. I mean, both of these is what I call bad man energy. These are it presents itself in different ways, but the manipulators, both of these. And it's interesting because I said this in the first pile too. This card came out upright. Completely different reading and meaning, but I think with this Hanged Man here, I think this could be. I still stand by what I say. It'd be solitude, whether internal, like peace with solitude, whether that's internally or externally reflected. But you don't let this phase you. You don't let, you know, the Emperor in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse, who are, um, the Knight of Cups in reverse is like a straight up playboy, like offering you things but has no intention to follow up. Big situationship energy. The Emperor in reverse is somebody who I feel like it wants to exert control over you. So you don't let these things get to you, and you don't let them bother you anymore. You don't even entertain them. You moved on to other things. Why is pile two's person obsessed with them? Let's get one more. Pile two's person, right? I'm getting with this in particular, you're bettering yourself. I'm hearing for some of you, this was a go back to school situation. Like you left a situation or a circumstance where somebody didn't support you in that, and you were able to go back to school and get your degree. Others of you didn't work a lot, and so you got out of the house and you found a job that you enjoy. This is a leveling up of some sort, even if it's just it doesn't is it a leveling up of sort that doesn't feel physical. Like this isn't like I went to the gym and I got fine, or I got a BBL and I got fine. No, this is like, which, not to devalue that, that's a fun journey, but this is particularly an intellectual and an internal glow up. You have learned new skills, and you have learned um, new things that people are really impressed by, and this person is really impressed by it, and they think you're so smart, and they think they just really impressed with how much you've grown and how much you shine. Okay. The last thing we're going to do is a what comes next in this situation. Now this is going to be a little bit interesting because I'm very curious to see what it says. Like I'm not entirely sure, what this timeline is suggesting. I think this is a person you're already in contact with, and I think you're in, pretty frequent contact with. You're not. This is somebody who would like to be in contact with you again. This is somebody who enjoys being around you and your energy. But let's see what is going on. And remember, I like to do this disclaimer too. We are all human beings with free will. So I, cannot predict which timeline comes to fruition. So I just try to do my best as we're operating, as we're moving currently, and according to that, um, what does it look like? I say that I'm a tarot who tells the truth about the now, um, with little sneak peeks into the future, because I never like to rely on it too much or get too deep in it, because it shifts so like the wind. So let's see what is going on next in the timeline with this person. Spirit for pile two. For pile two, please. What is next? Okay. Thank you. Sorry, this card's falling. Okay, there we go. Okay. How do we want to take that? Thank you. Okay, we've got Knight of Cups. Upright. Interesting. We've got the King of Cups. That goes there. The Nine of Cups. Goodness. Goodness. Okay, let's see. The Devil. King of Cups in reverse. The Tower. I'm going to take that. I'm not going to take that either. Okay, once more, please. And the Hanged Man again. Interesting, just a bottom row of major arcana. And a top row entirely of cups. This is so interesting. Okay. So for some of you, I am getting this person would like to make a move, but it's not a thought out move. This is not something they're actively thinking about. Like, I don't think this is like I can't, how do I do this? I think this may be like between this little champagne imagery here and the devil, this could be like after a night of drinking. Um, they may want to plant one on you just for gigs, because they do really like you. And I think, under the right circumstances and under the right influence, um, there could be, I'm getting there's some physical attraction there too, that could develop. But I don't think this person is in a state. So just be careful if this person does try to make it romantic, because I think they're moving a little loosey goosey. I think they're moving a little impulsively, and I think they're still in their exploration state of trying to find what's right. I think this kiss or this engagement or this whatever, maybe out of trying to find what it is they want. So just be mindful of your boundaries, your heart, as they embark on this, because I think they've got a ways to go from turning this King of Cups from reverse to right side up. And I think this has got to be a situation where you reflect on if your friendship can handle that kind of shift, and if it would be the best kind of shift to have. Because I think this could also be a situation, if out of control, if it becomes a thing, because this person is so, I think they're emotionally immature. I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I think that's just what it is. And they've got a lot of growth and development to do. And I think you're at a stage where you are doing the work and you are, challenging yourself. I think just be mindful of, just be mindful and careful, a little bit careful with your heart, because they may be operating a little bit more recklessly, and not intentionally, not that they want to hurt you. I think it just could be what it is with everything they're kind of internally digging and working through. So let it be a fun night. Like, if that's what you want to do, but don't be mindful I'm not going to tell you do or don't, but be mindful about taking it further than that kind of one instance or a fun hang, because it could get into something a lot more messy. Now let's see. Yeah, with this Nine of Cups here, I think they're conflating um, what they admire in you and what they want to do in their life, which is what they've seen you do, with you being the direct path to get there. So I think, like, as they're like, remember I mentioned they were asking like, what is the how do I get there? They may look at you and just go, you are how I get there. You are the model, you are the inspiration. And I think that means they may think that means they've got to take this to another tier or another level, and they're not understanding the nuance of what exactly that would look like. Hmm. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that there, pile two. Yeah, beautiful. So just, give some grace, be kind, like, be mindful of this person. I think they're navigating a lot. I think you may know that already as well. Just give them an extra hug. Keep your own boundaries up, but you know it is okay to still express love to them and with them, and support them through this time, while still being mindful of where you are and what you want to achieve. Okay, I will see you next time.